Hello, Namaste. Now let's go for third unit, Geography 7th standard. That's our changing Earth. The lithosphere is broken down into a number of plates known as the lithosphere plates. The movement of these plates causes changes on the surface of the Earth. This is the important this sentence. The movement of these plates causes changes on the surface of the Earth. The forces that act in the interior of the earth is called the endogenic forces, while the forces that work on the surface of the earth are called the exogenic forces. Sudden movements like earthquake and volcanoes cause most destruction over the surface of the earth. A volcano is a vent means opening. A volcano is a vent in the earth's crust through which molten material erupts suddenly. For example, in Peninsular Plateau is also volcanoes should be the occurred in Andaman and Nicobar, Barren Highland that is in there's an active volcano that is the only active volcano is located in Indian Ocean, Barren Highland. There's the Middle Andaman. It's located in the Middle Andaman. And dormant volcano is also there in North Andaman. The vibration in the plates of the earth is called earthquakes. The place in the crust where the movement starts is called the focus. The place on the surface above the focus is called epicenter. Although the earthquakes cannot be predicted, the impact can certainly be minimized. Major landforms. The landscapes are continuously worn away by two forces, weathering or the erosion. The weathering is breaking down of the rocks on the earth's surface due to the chemical process and man-made process and natural process also, biological forces. Erosion is the wearing away of the landscape by different agents like water, wind, ice, work of the river. When the river tumbles at a steep angle over hard rocks or down a steep valley side, it forms the waterfall. That's the hilly areas in normal in the where the river should flows. As the river enters the plain, it twists and turns, forming the large bends known as meanders. Just remember these terms because we don't know, no? We are from different backgrounds, so we know the terms meanders like Axbow Lake. At this point of time, the meander loop cuts off from the river and forms a cut-off called the Oxbow Lake. During the flooding, the river deposits layer of the fine soil. That's the topmost soil is good for the cultivation and other materials called sediments along its river banks. This leads to the formation of the flat fertile plains called the plate plain. For example, Indo-Gangetic plains. The raised banks along the rivers are called the levees. The terms you should remember. The collection of the sediments from all the mouths forms as a delta. Example, Sundarban Delta that forms due to the there's a Ganga and the Brahmaputra rivers. Work of the sea waves. The erosion and deposition of the sea waves gives rise to coastal landforms. Due to sea waves, hollow like caves and formed on the rocks, they are called sea caves. Due to the sea waves formed coastal landforms and sea caves also forms. Due to the presence of the limestone and carbon dioxide and water, as cavities becomes bigger in size, only the roof of the caves remain, thus forming sea arches. The erosion further breaks the roof and only walls are left. It is called the stacks. The steep rocky coast rising almost vertically above the seawater is called the sea cliff. Work of the ice. Glaciers are rivers of the ice which erode the landscape by billowing soil and stones to expose the solid rocks below. The material carried by the glaciers, such as big and small rocks, sand and silt, gets deposited. These deposits form the glacial moraines. Glacial moraines is very important. You can remember. Work of the winds. An active agent of the erosion and deposition in the deserts is wind. It makes rocks in the shape of the mushrooms. Due to the southwest winds that forms the mushroom shape of the mushrooms called the mushroom rocks. When the wind stops blowing, the sand falls and get deposited in low hill-like structures. These are called sand dunes. These two terms is important. That's mushroom rocks and sand dunes. When the grains of sand are very fine and light, the wind can carry it over a long distances. When such sand is deposited in large areas, it's called as a loess. So that's all. This is the third unit in 7th standard geography. Now I will discuss about fourth chapter. That is hair. Fourth chapter. 7th standard geography. Hair. Concept title is chapter. Our atmosphere is surrounded by a huge blanket of air. It's called atmosphere. Composition of the atmosphere. Mainly nitrogen and oxygen are the two gases which make up of the bulk of the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide, not the helium, ozone, argon, hydrogen are found in the lesser quantities. Just less than 2%. These are all the gases. Apart from these gases, tiny dust particles are also present in the air. The structure of the atmosphere is important for the exam point of view. Structure of the atmosphere is divided into the 5 layers. Starting from the earth's surface, the first layer is troposphere, whose average height is 13 kilometers or up to 20 kilometers. Normally flights can fly here, aeroplanes can fly, and also Mount Everest is less than this less than this height, just 8,848 meters. No, it means 8.5 kilometers. That's also height in troposphere. Mainly flights or aeroplanes fly in troposphere, and almost all thick atmosphere will be there in the presence in the troposphere. The second layer is stratosphere, which extends up to the 50 kilometers. Normally here the predict or keep it in weather balloons in the stratosphere. The third layer is the mesosphere, which extends up to the height of the 80 kilometers. Here is increasing the altitude, so temperature should decreases. It's happening in the mesosphere. So then also meteoroids also presence in the mesosphere. The fourth layer is the thermosphere. In mesosphere, reaching about the minus 100 degrees Celsius in the upper mesosphere. This is the coldest region of the atmosphere. The fourth layer is thermosphere. In the thermosphere increases with height. The thermosphere is also known as the heat sphere of the atmosphere. Heat sphere of the atmosphere. The ionosphere is also covers in the thermosphere. Behind that, the uppermost layer of the atmosphere is exosphere, which has very thin air. It is the outermost layer of the atmosphere. This layer has the lightest gases like hydrogen and helium and extremely low activities, most of the Earth's satellites orbits here. In normally thermosphere, space shuttle should build, and northern aurora and southern aurora should occur in thermosphere itself. Then the outermost layer, that is the exosphere, is also discussed. Most of the Earth satellites orbits are located in the exosphere. Weather and climate. These five layers are very important in atmosphere. Weather and climate. Weather is the hour to hour. That is time, short term atmosphere should affect the environment. Weather is the hour to hour, day to day condition of the atmosphere. That's a short duration condition. Climate, that's a long term, it should be affected on the atmosphere. The average weather condition of a place for a longer period of time represents the climate of a place. Temperature, the degree of hotness and coldness of the air is called the temperature. The temperature of the atmosphere changes not only between day and night but also from season to season. An important factor that influences the distribution of the temperature is the insolation. Insolation is the incoming solar energy intercepted by the earth. The amount of the insolation decreases from the equator towards the pole. This is important. The insolation, the term, then the amount of the insolation decreases from the equator towards the pole because the sun rays are not fallen directly on the pole towards. So the always insolation should be the more in equator because 0 degree sun rays directly falls on the equator. Air pressure. Air pressure is defined as the pressure exerted by the weight of air on the earth's surface. Horizontally, the distribution of the air pressure is influenced by the temperature of air at a given place. This is important. Distribution of the air pressure is influenced by the temperature of the air at a given place. The air always moves from high pressure areas to the low pressure areas. Wind, the movement of the air from high pressure areas to the low pressure area is called as a wind. Normally, high pressure areas are divergent air divergent, but low pressure area convergent air. High pressure area is the low temperature. It does not cause the rain, but low pressure areas, they are the convergent winds and directly it causes the heavy rain. Winds can be broadly divided into three types: permanent winds, seasonal winds and local winds. On 25th October 1999, cyclonic winds originated as a depression and affected Odisha, killing thousands of the people. Just read this point, not the important. Moisture. When the water evaporates from land and another water bodies, it becomes water vapor. Moisture in the air at any time is known as a humidity. When the water vapor rises, it starts cooling. Then the water vapor condenses, causing the formation of the droplets of the water in the form of the clouds. When these droplets of the water or clouds become too heavy to float in air, they come down in the form of the precipitation. This is a cycle process. When the precipitation that comes down to the earth in liquid form is called the rain. Sometimes sleets, fog. On the basis of the mechanism, there are three types of the rainfall. This is important. Conventional rainfall. Due to the increasing temperature, heat causes the rain. There is a conventional rainfall. Normally increases in the temperature during the summer season. So normally evening 3 to 5 o'clock, it causes normally conventional rainfall in the tropical areas. But in equatorial regions throughout the year, the conventional rainfall should causes because of very high temperature. So normally it causes the rain. The orographic rainfall, this the mountain is causes the rainfall in mountain lee side and wind side. In the wind side is causes the rainfall normally, but the lee side is causes very less rainfall. The cyclonic rainfall, it causes due to the conditions of the cyclone. Rainfall is very important for the survival of plants and the animals. So that's all. Thank you so much listening my class. Let's see in the next class or next session. Okay, bye. Take